ever. All corporations have ceased to be of assistance. Um, lucky to get any work at all. But now I'm getting a bit more. But I'm having to really, really uh, be in deep cover. There's a cat I'm seeing there. I have been insulted on every level as a result of who I am. The organisms in this country are the most vicious and the most crude and base and dangerous individuals I believe ever to have been assembled in the universe, energetically and factually speaking, and I've had to deal with them, and I've had to interact with them, which has not been pleasant. I don't know what effect that has had upon my character. I don't know whether it's had a positive effect or a negative effect. Don't know what effect that has had upon my soul. I do not know at this point. Hopefully I would be able to avoid any judgment or hatred of these individuals. Hello? And I'm just doing the work. Hello? I'm not at my wit's end. I've been there before, but even if I'm there, I'm not going to off myself. I would have if I would have had a weapon of some kind or sufficient amount of poison. But or cliff, nice little 2,000-foot drop to notch myself off of. But I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to keep doing the ritual, and I need everyone's help. If there's any part of you that believes this might be true, that indeed I might be helping the world by stopping chemtrails and cleaning the air and sending out good energy, I ask that you assist me however you feel is right for you. If you feel it's right to be my friend, then be my friend. If you feel it's right to be my girlfriend or lover, to do something to cheer me up in that regard, there's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, I do enjoy spreading love. But I also have a lot to give to people, just in terms of friendship. So if you just want to be my friend, I'm happy with that. If you are able to give me any work, I'm a very hard worker, having travelled and experienced a lot of suffering. My pain threshold is fairly good. So as you saw in the last film, I am a human being who for some reason or another has been sort of commandeered or involved in a plan with infinity or something to be part of like this whole like idea of a planet or a group, a civilization or a race being saved from something through grace or energy or like some sort of work involved. So but also a lot of the work that I'm doing is personal work, which has to do with getting closer to love or getting closer to life, getting closer to personal fulfillment, getting better at adapting to change, and getting some mojo, pimp juice, love stuff going. I don't like to think that I'm more than I am. I don't like to think I'm less than I am. I just am what I am when it comes to goals. So throughout my life, 27 now, I like to believe that I'm younger. I feel like I've got the right to do that, and so I believe that I'm 22, but in fact I'm 27 years old, and keeps me young now. So throughout my life I've had a few serious relationships, but nothing really long. History with women, probably first began when I was a young child, and me and my brother sort of this is sort of my history with women section on the tape. So I feel like it's a good idea to let a woman know, like, because they don't have any ideas, so I'm just going to like lay it out. It'll probably take a long time to do that, but yeah, just going to lay it out. So when I was 7, I was living in a subdivision in Denver, Colorado, called going to Club Green, and down the street a bit, a few houses down, was a girl, and we used to hang out. And I don't know who concocted this plan, but I believe it was my brother. He said, you know, like, you talk to her, and then he would get her to like dance around naked. And so we sort of did that. We were just like kids, and then she might have been at like 8 or something, but it was really like, I think I was fairly sexual from a young age, but I don't think I really knew quite how the mechanics of it worked. I just knew like fun feelings, get naked, jump around, dance around, kiss, you know, sort of things like that. And we would take turns making out with her. Her name was Jamie, and yeah, she was a fun girl, I suppose. She had like short hair, I remember. She was probably like not a model, but not necessarily like bad looking either, so your average girl. And we would hang out, and eventually we tried to do things with her, but she was like a virgin and what have you. But it was really cute. We would count to like 20 Mississippi or something, and we'd switch off kissing with her, and I thought that was a really neat way to come into an awareness of like what touch is and what sexuality is and what sensuality is and feelings like that, by having like start at a young age and not had the feeling that it was wrong somehow, but also having awareness that some people weren't wanting us to do it, so we had to like trick her into doing it in a way. I'm sure that she wanted to do it also, but you know, sort of like finagle or like seduce some level of like making it happen, so to speak. Game, you know, having some game at a young age. So I'm not really. I'm a player now, but I didn't used to be. I used to really be like into idolizing women and treating them like special and like hoping for like a perfect girl. And I was raised Christian, and so from a like fairly young age, I was discouraged from doing the dating. My parents never did find out about that incident with that girl down the street, but actually her parents might have found out. Leave the mailman caught us one day, fooling around in the backyard. But so we, shortly thereafter, probably about a year later, we moved to Grand Junction, Colorado, and I recall sort of a pattern of experiences up until probably after got out of secondary school. But the pattern of experiences was I would sort of go to a new school, and then lots of women would like me or something. But I would usually attach my affections to the most beautiful woman, and then like be sorely disappointed when she didn't return the favour, because I had no like understanding of what anything was, because it'd been repressed by that point by church and what have you. I'd forgotten all about really what was anything, and I had no game. So I was not really dating. I wasn't really encouraged to date. I was like a religious person for a long time, especially from age 14 onwards. So did have an interest in girls, but it was very like courtship type thing. But after I dropped out of secondary school, high school, when I was age 18, I ended up actually living back in Grand Junction and travelling around. But before I started travelling, I met a woman over the internet, and we had sex. She was married, so I committed adultery. That was the first time I really, had sex with a woman. And I went over to her house, knocked on the door. We went upstairs, played some video games, listened to the music. She asked me how old I was, and I showed her my identification. I'm 18 or something like it. It was all right. It was all fairly formal, and she was like going to strip for me, but she didn't. And then we fucked around, but she wasn't like a girlfriend. I didn't really want to hang out with her again because I felt a bit guilty, or possibly afraid that the husband might get angry or something. Wasn't too guilty, but I did feel like perhaps she should try to make things right with her husband, because she did have a family or what have you. didn't really want to get too involved, and she wasn't really that hot. So, but yeah, I got my willy wet and knowing what it was like, and it was fairly good thing. Uh, and then for a number of years, I really possibly 1 year, or I don't know how many, possibly until I was 20, didn't really have too much success with the ladies. I don't know why. I think I was just really like doing a lot of healing work and travelling and things. But the next I recall like nice kind of make-out session happening in Cleveland when I was travelling. Sort of meeting a girl at a pub and making out because she liked my stuffed animal. And then in that same area of Ohio, near there, in Sandusky, I hung out with a girl named Jen, and we went and there was like, I was having a lot of luck in Ohio, but yeah, I hung out with this girl named Jen. We didn't really have sex or anything, but yeah, we hung out and made out and like late into the night. And we met like by this fountain. She was a friend of a fellow I met, and she was really neat. So I was starting to really connect with women more. Then I went to Madison. I was like having more girlfriends. Like I think I had like 4 or 5 at once that I was making out with, and then there's a lot of stories, I suppose. I don't know. Perhaps I'll re-record or get into some of the details. It would help if I had someone to interview me. Alright.
Oh. So it's coming off.
It's coming off a bit sleazy, so I need someone to help me like talk about the romance that I've had in my life.
Right.
Because I love the romance, you know, like. I mean, at the same time as I'm really down to earth, I know that women like to fuck, women like sex, they like food, they like whatever, but at the same time, like, I know that I like romance, I like things to happen and unfold differently each time. So that's why I was dissatisfied with my last, I mean, it was almost like I was talking about like, when did I first kiss, or when did I first have sex, or
Yeah.
it's just difficult when you don't have
Could we get a definition of romance?
romance.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be it could just be
romance is like, it's like
thought
random,
of
you've got
romance.
like all these random things going on, and but they're all like leading somewhere meant to be, or like chemistry is like you sharing how you doing what is fun to you spontaneously, and someone else is also like having fun, and it's like you both have fun in the same way. That's like chemistry to me. Like you're able to both just have fun together without much effort. No.
Do you have a few memorable fun times? Something you did with a girl that was really fun?
Yeah, so I sort of left off talking about the school that I met in Ohio, and I probably would have hooked up, but I sort of left town. I was traveling at the time, so I kept on moving. And but yeah, it was really romantic because we met at like a fountain, and I'd spoken with her over the phone. I was hanging out with my friend Jeremy. We met at like a fountain in town. It was like a small town. The name of it is Sandusky. So we met at this fountain, and then we like took a run in the car, and she was really good looking. Because I had just spoken with her over the phone. She's like, yeah, I have a friend that you might like. So we hung out, met at the fountain, like a date sort of, and it was in the morning. And then we drove like out to the countryside. She said she had to make an errand. She was like selling weed. She was like a bad girl, speeding around this convertible. And we went to like a field that was her old grandfather's land, but like it was now made into like a nature preserve or something. He didn't own anymore, but it was special to her. So we walked, and then like we started kissing, but these fucking like flies, the what kind of flies? Horse flies were like biting us, and so that didn't work. So we were walking along this boardwalk, kind of out in the countryside, and she'd like sold some weed or something to some people before. So we kind of like got along well because we were both sort of like on the fringe of society, and then we were talking about like magic and like what's it mean to be in touch with the earth, and like magic initiation, getting in touch with the elements, and like we could really feel it. We were going like really deep in the earth as we were like, because we went to another area and started making out like in this area, and it was right by this stream, and we like felt like we're doing like a swamp kiss, different types of like kisses, and it's like we were making stuff up. It's really cute, you know. And then we went later and sort of she introduced me like her family, and like she lived in like a little farmhouse or something. But I don't know, we didn't really hang around her place too much. Then we walked around by like the Great Lake area, the beach part of that, because the town is on the Great Lakes. And then we like things started really steaming up when it got dark out. I believe she might have had to go to work for like 4 or 5 hours, but then she got off work and we started like we met a different fountain in that city, and this time this other fountain had like coloured lights, and it was by the courthouse. So we like making out there, and then we're like looking at the coloured lights, and it's like under the stars, summertime. So really good energy, and she was pretty good looking. I mean, like, you know, fairly good looking, you know. It's difficult to say. I mean, she was like a hippie type. I classify women to like different types. So she's like, you know, pretty good looking, but still not a model. But yeah, she was pretty good looking, and felt really good. Her energy. So we like really hit it off. But yeah, I was sort of travelling, and she didn't want to like just have sex that same night, or else I didn't play it right or something. But so I just sort of moved on. But that whole night we were like making out, and we walked around town, and it was just really good energy. So that was that. But yeah, I've had a lot of relationships that lasted longer, which you might be curious about those, Fletch, since you were thinking about dating me there, right?
Right.
You're dating. What the fuck does dating mean, anyways? What does dating mean? Does it
means going out and being romantic together, I guess, but not committed. It's like where you kiss, whatever, but you know, like boyfriend, girlfriend, right?
I don't know.
Just kind of loose, you know.
So many definitions.
I think dating could imply that you could date other people as well, and they shouldn't get jealous, maybe.
Dating to me is like before you hook up with someone. I think that when people use the term dating, it doesn't make much sense, because it's like, to me that's like you're going on dates, but if you're hooked up with someone, you're not really going on a date with them. You're just like hanging out and being together and
Yeah,
being
I guess,
friends.
I don't know.
You know, dating to me is like you're not really like sure what's going on yet, you know. So, but yeah, it's sex and dating, you know, like so. No, also, I don't like the term foreplay. You know? Right?
Yeah,
Something
or
whatever it is on-
nor head, right?
Yeah, I don't like that. But the term foreplay to me is stupid, because foreplay, by its definition, is not, you know, it's like supposed to be in and of itself like play and not leading somewhere. It's not supposed to be rushed to it. But by saying foreplay, then it's leading to like intercourse or something. And so it's like, why even call it foreplay? Why even like think about things like that? So it just really disgusts me, that term. Foreplay. I prefer foreplay and to please the woman, because she needs the foreplay. It's like
So it's
the
like
male
it's like
idea,
unlocking some
putting
sort of
in
a
category,
gaming
it's
machine.
the goal. Yeah, fucking goal. There's no goal. And the only goal is to actually have fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing anything, let alone something really personal, you know?
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Be better to meditate. The longest relationship I had. Well, why don't you ask me some more questions?
Okay. Let's see here. How important are physical appearances to you in a relationship setting?
Right, yes. So, no, I like hot women, but because I've been with them, I'm not like stuck on it. And I don't get nervous around them. And I don't have to have it, you know, like. So, in like a normal girl, she's got like she's like tight, then that's good. But she also might just like have really pretty eyes, or like a nice smile, you know. She doesn't have to be like some kind of model. I will fuck a girl, doesn't matter if she's a model or not, and I will also hang out and like cuddle with a girl and go places, because it's alright that you go places together, you know, because it just makes me look good the more women I have around me. So you don't have to be like a model
Yeah.
And we don't even have to be like fucking. We could just be like friends, but go places and like cuddle. I don't really.
What's your favorite part of the woman's body? The a woman's body. Heartbeat.
Woman's heartbeat. That's the best. If she's got a good heart, you love her, and you feel comfortable around her. You just lay there.
Sorry, this Zoom thing is.
Oh really? Fuck you.
I fucked up the Zoom a little bit, but I'm just trying to get experimental with it. Sorry. Okay. We got for a second.
It's not supposed to be a joke, you know.
I know.
But it could be, but it's not gonna help you to connect with the goddesses that are fucking all around this planet. 50 million beauty.
Okay, I'm sorry. What what makes women beautiful?
It's the feeling of the tongue. It probably doesn't look that great when I do that motion, but it's the feeling. My tongue is so soft.
Okay. Do you want to take that last question? You want to field that? Or?
Yeah, what is it?
What makes women beautiful?
Curves, softness, feminine energy of like the way that they have emotions and look at the world through the eyes of like someone who's grown up differently than a man, someone who's like smelled like flowers or like a bath bomb, you know, like taking care of the body in that way and develop their sensitive side. And I really appreciate that about them. And I like a woman's ass when she walks along or something, you know. I like a woman's arm when she's like that waitress today when she served the meal. It's like her wrist was so fucking beautiful. And I'm not really into the drama of like things with women, but that's, to me, that's like really ugly. Like a woman that's like really confused and dramatic about nothing, like causing a drama that's just about herself. Like selfishness is really unattractive, and so I guess like lovingness or like happiness is really attractive and beautiful to me. Yeah. And also like really nice ass, or like maybe perhaps a girl that just likes to cuddle can be beautiful. I don't think I want to sleep with too many women though. So I got to have like standards, you know, of some kind. So like, it's like, if a girl's happy and having fun, then that's alright. But she might be really beautiful, but if she's not having fun and she's not happy, I'm going to be like, not wanting to be with her,
This is good. Alright, what, this is just random, I guess. What's your favorite scent?
Oh, wow. I'm not too into like smelling girls' hair, although it's not bad, but yeah, I suppose like fruity smells. I like cinnamon, sort of. But this is not about. I mean, I'm trying to get into my stories of women that I've been with.
Alright.
You know, this is not like about me, because the woman doesn't want to hear that the man is such a nice guy or something. You know, she wants to know he's a fucking player and will fuck them and love them.
Alright, well...
Or be romantic and remember the birthday, you know?
Okay, let's talk about... You can refer to some of your previous relationships
also a big heart.
when answering this next question.
Nice skin and likes to have adventures like I do and ride my bike everywhere and hitchhike. So that's what women want to know. But that's what they don't know. If I know I'd fuck, they don't know that when they first meet me, or they don't know if I'm like a good person. They have a difficult time to believe both at once. So this is what I'm out to convince them. It's that yes, I will, make love to you, but I will also cuddle, and I will also like go down on you, and we can go places together, and but I don't want it to happen like a predictable way. Every one of my relationships, every girl I've been with, things have happened in a different way. So maybe this itself is the new different way that I'm always doing, but I actually fuck a lot of things up because if something's happening in a real easy, simple way and it's the same, I'll just like throw it away and be like, oh, this is boring me, I don't want to be part of it. You know, like I pass up a lot of opportunities, you know, so, yeah.
Do you like mysterious women? Women that maybe aren't necessarily as open as and forthcoming as.
We're not getting into my personal
history. I keep forgetting. All right.
Pimping.
Well, tell me about a girl, another girl.
You talk about like what I dream of the stars.
All right. Take this question, and I want you to refer to previous relationships. I want examples. Okay. How important is sex in a relationship?
Not that important.
Do you think sexual chemistry only happens with a few certain people, and what if it didn't happen, but you liked the person otherwise?
How many questions we got there? What was the other one?
It was basically one question. Just field it however you want.
Okay, well, you said is sex important in a relationship. Well,
yeah.
No, that's not what makes
sexual chemistry.
Sex can make you have fun, and if you both enjoy having sex and having fun while having sex, and that's how you have fun, then yes, that can be chemistry. But a relationship works because you trust each other, you're open with each other completely, fucking 100%, and you are respectful of their boundaries and remember the things that they've told you about themselves, and you seek to please them and give them the space that they need, and also to be sensitive to who they are. Even if they're oversensitive about something, that's your job to be sensitive, even if you think they're oversensitive. Like, that's how it works, pretty much.
Well, why don't you just talk about some of your ex-girlfriends then?
Yeah, but it's difficult.
I know.
Because I don't want to like breeze over it.
Right.
Because then that's not really anything either. Like, oh, I was with this person for 2 months, and this and that.
Yeah.
So it has to be like a question that will evoke this
It's up to me.
of two people together, and where the hell are they now? Well, we went our separate ways, but there was something there for a while, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Just stop it for a second.
So, I've talked to like lots of women all over the country, and I used to like have a lot of ways of doing it because I was travelling, so I had to meet women all the time, so I would like ask for their autographs,